Have you ever wondered why some people succeed while others work just as hard but still fail? It's not because they're smarter. It's not because they're luckier. The real difference is something most people ignore. Preparation. Most people rush. They rush to start. They rush to win. They rush to succeed. But rushing without preparation is like trying to cut down a tree with a dull axe. You swing harder. You get tired faster. And the tree barely moves. One of the greatest leaders in history, Abraham Lincoln, understood this better than anyone. He believed that before you do something big, you must prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, and strategically. So before you chase success, ask yourself this: have you really prepared? Or are you just hoping things will work out? Because preparation doesn't just change results, it changes who you become. One of the most powerful lessons about preparation comes from a man who led a nation through its darkest time, Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln was not born great. He was not rich. He was not privileged. But he became one of the greatest leaders in history because of how he thought. There is one quote from Abraham Lincoln that perfectly explains his mindset about preparation. A quote that is simple, but incredibly deep. Lincoln once said, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." At first, this sounds like a quote about hard work, but it's not. It's a quote about thinking before acting. Most people hear this and think, why waste 4 hours sharpening the axe when you could just start chopping? But Lincoln understood something most people don't. A dull axe makes you tired. A sharp axe makes you effective. You can work harder than everyone else, but if you're not prepared, your effort will be wasted. When the moment came for him to lead a divided nation, he was ready not because he was perfect, but because he had prepared. This quote teaches us one powerful truth. Preparation is not a delay. Preparation is the foundation of success. If you want to do something big, don't rush. Sharpen your axe first. When the moment came for him to lead a divided nation, he was ready not because he was perfect, but because he had prepared. This quote teaches us one powerful truth. Preparation is not a delay. Preparation is the foundation of success. If you want to do something big, don't rush. Sharpen your axe first. When Abraham Lincoln talked about sharpening the axe, he wasn't talking about tools. He was talking about how success really works. Most people believe success begins with action. They think, if I just start, everything will figure itself out. But Lincoln believed the opposite. He believed that success begins before action. Before you take the first step, before you make the first move, before you chase the big goal, you must prepare. And this is where most people fail. Today's world rewards speed. Move fast. Start now. Don't wait. But speed without preparation creates 3 problems. First, burnout. When you act without preparation, you use more energy than necessary. Just like swinging a dull axe again and again, you get tired quickly, but you don't make real progress. When Abraham Lincoln talked about sharpening the axe, he wasn't talking about tools. He was talking about how success really works. Most people believe success begins with action. They think, if I just start, everything will figure itself out. But Lincoln believed the opposite. He believed that success begins before action. Before you take the first step, before you make the first move, before you chase the big goal, you must prepare. And this is where most people fail. Today's world rewards speed. Move fast. Start now. Don't wait. But speed without preparation creates 3 problems. First, burnout. When you act without preparation, you use more energy than necessary. Just like swinging a dull axe again and again, you get tired quickly, but you don't make real progress. Before you do something big in life, before you chase a dream, a career, or a major goal, there are 3 questions you must ask yourself. Not later. Not after you fail. Before you begin. Question 1. Is my mind ready? Because success doesn't test your strength first. It tests your patience. Everyone feels motivated at the beginning. But what happens when things go wrong? When progress is slow? When results don't come? Are you mentally prepared to stay calm under pressure? Can you keep going when no one is clapping for you? Abraham Lincoln faced rejection after rejection. He lost elections. He failed in business. He was criticized constantly. But he didn't break mentally. He understood that a strong mind is built before hard times arrive. If your mind is not ready, every obstacle will feel like a reason to quit. So ask yourself honestly, am I training my mind or just chasing motivation? Question 2, is my knowledge enough? Hope is not a strategy. Wishing is not preparation. Too many people want success without learning. They want results without understanding the process. Lincoln didn't wait for opportunity to teach him. He educated himself. He read books by candlelight. He studied law on his own. While others were waiting, he was sharpening his mind. Knowledge gives you confidence, not fake confidence, real confidence. When you know what you're doing, fear loses its power. So ask yourself, am I learning every day, or am I just hoping things will work out? Because hope without preparation leads to disappointment. Question 3, do I have discipline? Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. You won't always feel inspired. You won't always feel ready. But discipline keeps you moving when emotions don't. Lincoln's life was not easy, but he stayed consistent, he stayed focused, he stayed committed to growth. Discipline is waking up when it's hard, learning when it's boring, preparing when no one is watching. No discipline means no progress. No progress means no success. It's that simple. The bigger lesson. Lincoln did not become president by accident. He didn't rise because of luck. He rose because he prepared for years in silence. He sharpened his mind. He strengthened his character. He disciplined his habits. So when the moment came, he didn't panic. He was ready. And that's the lesson for you. Before you rush into the next big thing, pause. Prepare your mind. Build your knowledge. Strengthen your discipline. Because the world doesn't reward potential. It rewards preparation. And when opportunity finally shows up, it won't ask if you're talented. It will ask one question. Are you ready? The biggest life lesson Abraham Lincoln teaches us is simple, but most people ignore it. Never be ashamed of preparation. In today's world, everyone wants fast results, quick success, instant recognition, immediate rewards. But Lincoln reminds us of something timeless. Real strength is built quietly. You don't need to rush. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to show progress every single day. Some of the most powerful preparation happens in silence. While others are competing, you are learning. While others are rushing, you are improving. While others are showing results, you are building foundations. And foundations are invisible until they hold everything up. Another life lesson from Lincoln is this. Don't hurry success. Success that comes too fast often disappears just as fast. Because if you are not ready for success, success becomes pressure. Many people fail, not because they couldn't reach success, but because they reached it too early. Lincoln didn't rise quickly. His journey was slow, painful, full of failure. But every delay strengthened him. Every failure prepared him. Every setback sharpened his character. That slow preparation is what allowed him to stand firm when the weight of an entire nation rested on his shoulders. And here is the most important lesson of all. The people who win in life are not the fastest. They are the most prepared. Speed impresses people. Preparation changes lives. Anyone can start fast. Few can last long. Anyone can chase success. Few can handle it. That's why preparation matters. Preparation builds patience. Preparation builds confidence. Preparation builds resilience. When you are prepared, you don't panic when things go wrong. You don't quit when things get hard. You don't break when pressure arrives. You stay calm. You stay focused. You stay strong. So if you feel like you're behind in life, remember this. You might not be late. You might just be preparing. And that preparation, that quiet, unseen work, may be the very thing that sets you apart in the future. Don't rush your journey. Don't compare your timeline. Don't underestimate the power of preparation. Because when the moment finally comes, and it will, you won't need luck. You won't need excuses. You'll be ready. Before you start something big in your life, pause for a moment. Ask yourself one simple question. Have I sharpened my axe yet? Have you prepared your mind, or are you just rushing forward? Have you built the skills, or are you hoping things will somehow work out? Because success doesn't reward those who hurry. It rewards those who are ready. Abraham Lincoln didn't rush greatness. He prepared for it. And that same opportunity will come to you in your own time. When it does, the only thing that will matter is whether you prepared or panicked. So don't be discouraged if your journey feels slow. Slow preparation creates strong foundations, and strong foundations create lasting success. If this message inspired you, take one small action today. Hit the like button. It helps this message reach more people. Subscribe to this channel if you want more lessons from great leaders. And share this video with someone who's rushing life and needs this reminder. Remember this, success begins with preparation, not with speed. Stay patient, stay disciplined, and keep sharpening your axe.